We're going to start off by going to Google Analytics Login and clicking and hit the back button. And from here, you're going to select New Project if your web developer did not do this for you and you need to set up your own Google Analytics. So you'll start with New Project, immediately hit the back button and back again. So go down to Admin and Create Account. From here, you're going to give it a name, and we're just going to call this My New Website. I'm just going to make things up as I give you this example. Be sure and click that one and click Next. And I'm just going to paste this in. I'm going to call it the same thing. I'm not going to mess with changing the time, but you can if you want. Hit Next. Select what kind of business it is. I'm just going to put business. How many employees you have, hit Next. This one, I'm going to select Generate Leads. I'm going to hit Create. Now this, you have to scroll all the way down, check the box, and then come down again. There's another one, you have to scroll all the way down, check the box. You read that, right? Okay. After you do that, then you see the button that says Accept is lit up, so you can click on it. And now you're thrown into this page, and for this one we're going to select Web because we're building a website. And I'm going to do this fictitious name over here, my website, mynewwebsite.com. And I'm going to give it the same name again, Continue. And from here I have this set up, and then this gives me the tag. And this is the information that you're going to want to copy. Right click Copy. You're going to go put it into your website and test it. So that's what you would do if you didn't have yours set up already. But your web developer may have set it up for you and just given you a login. And if that's the case, just log in and it should be easy to find your reports. You may have where you have multiple websites, and if that's the case, you'll use the drop-down button and you'll select from your websites. Again, if you're setting up for the first time, you're going to click Create, or if you've just been given a login from your web developer, then you should already be at the website that you have. Most people only have one website to look at, so it should be pretty easy for you. Okay? Okay, I logged into Google Analytics, and you look up here and you find which one it is. And go down to your data streams, and this is where I'm at here on web. I'm going to click here. I've noticed that this has not been installed on my website yet, so view tag instructions. From here you're given several different platforms you use, but in my case I don't use any of these. I write my own code. So for this I'm going to click on Install Manually, and here's the code right here. So I'm going to copy this code, right click, copy. And then I'm going to open up my website, and I'm going to go to the home page. And somewhere up in the top in the head section here is where I'm going to paste the code. And this probably looks scary if you don't know code, but just ignore it. If you have a platform that you're going to put it in, then you will. But anyway, this is your code that you're going to need to always keep in the head section of your website. Okay, now I'm going to save this and I'm going to upload it to my server. Then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to test. I got the check mark, so that shows me that my Google Analytics now works. Now if you have a WordPress website, you'll install your Google Analytics code through a plugin. So go over into plugins. You may already have a plugin that will accept this code. If not, you may want to look for one, but here we're just going to type in Analytics. And it tells me that I can find it in here. So I'm going to go into Settings, and you look on here, Google Analytics, you hit Edit, And scroll down here, and this is the code that you grab that I showed earlier where it was from. This is a different website, so it's got a different code. But I just want to show you what it looked like when you're looking at WordPress websites. Okay, that's where it goes. And then just hit save and you're done. Now, it usually takes at least 24 hours before you get any data from your Google Analytics, so you may need to wait. But if it's been set up for a while, then go ahead and type in Google Analytics login and make sure you put login, otherwise you're going to have a difficult finding the correct page. Google does move things around quite a bit. Like example, I've logged into this one and today they have something new here. And you don't want to get lost going down extra rabbit trails, so just hit this back button and hit back to Analytics again. So now that you're in the Analytics page, you're in your view, and this one we just installed, so there's not going to be any records. So I'm going to go look at another one. And from here you can start seeing your information for this particular website. So go to reports, and from here you can start seeing your traffic. And this lets you know how many came to your website by directly typing it in. They already knew who you were. This one, they searched on the internet and they found you. And this is a referral. It came from another website. So that's pretty much what you're looking for, is to find out where your traffic came from. Here it breaks it down how many came from the United States. And it lists other states that you can see as well. Down here it shows you your pages and how many pages and how many people hit each page. And you can see graphs along here. So you have very different reports that you can look at, so just go through here, but this gives you an idea. So this shows you pretty much the basics of what you can do, is just finding your traffic. You can check acquisition overview. And this lets you know how many users you had and how many new ones you had. And it breaks it down into who's reading what pages, so you can find your most popular pages over here. And this lets you know which search engine they came from. You can dig into your user acquisition. So that's how you look at your information from your Google Analytics. Like I said, it may take a while to start seeing it, but then you'll start seeing the traffic. Your landing page lets you know how many people are coming to each page, and that's a good thing to look at so you can see which pages are most popular. Okay? One last thing I wanted to show you on this page was when you see these numbers, be sure to check the date up here. You can always change this. And say, for example, if you wanted to change your date from the beginning of the year to here, hit apply. And you can see your numbers change quite a bit. So it will give you a graph to show you, like from the beginning of the year, your traffic's always going to go up and down depending on what promotions you're doing or how you're advertising, things like that. But I just did want to point out the date range. So when I was showing reports earlier, I didn't talk about the date range, so just wanted to mention that. And then from here you can share this report and you can email that out to yourself if you want to, or if you have a business partner that you're working with, you can share that as well. Okay, so just be sure to always look at the date range of when you're running the reports so that you get a real view of when your traffic was coming in. Okay.